Our second component are roofs, right? I'm sure everyone here has had a lot of issues with the roof. Anyone in Alberta probably had a lot of issues with the roofs, or ice damming or attic rain are words that you've probably heard, or any of your consultants or contractors might have used a few times. We're going to try to explain that a little bit tonight and go over a few things to do to help prevent those. So for the types of roof, you have two different kinds of roofs. So you have your slope roof and you have your flat roof. When we're talking about slope roof, is everything that starts at a 312. And I'm one step ahead of you, Stephen, this time. So for the sloping, there's a conversion in degrees. And I will add that graph the next time. I don't have it today, but it's basically you move three units. You move 1 unit vertical for each 12 units or horizontal. So 312 every 3 feet. So every 12 inches you go sideways. You go up 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, depending on the slope. And for a 12-12 roof, you'll have a 45-degree slope. Then onto your flat roofs, depending on the type of stratas you're in, or if there's any limitation in heights and you want to maximize the size of your walls, you'll have a flat roof. I personally not a big fan of the flat roof because it accumulates ponding water, and if the drainage isn't done or blocked, you'll have some significant issues down the line. But you have your tar and gravel, single ply, 2-ply, Duralast, or a TPO roof. So what we're going to look at on roof inspections most of the time is, was it installed properly? Did they follow the specs from the manufacturer? Are they following the building code items that are required for your install? The second thing we're going to check are all the penetrations, right? Every time you penetrate an envelope, right, that it's on the siding, the roofing, putting in windows, you're creating an area of weakness for your envelope, right? Ideally, you'd want to have no windows, no penetration, but what kind of house would you have then, right? Be kind of dark. Be a bunker, actually, then you wouldn't have any issues there. Then the building paper, obviously building code I said, and all your caulking joints and the penetrations, making sure that those have been done properly. A bit about roofing sciences here, and you know there's still a few flaws in the building code. The Alberta building code, and we're not going to go over all the different codes. We're just going to talk about Alberta here tonight. In the actual building code, it only allows for a protection 1 foot into the inside of the wall, right? So when you have your outside wall, it would only allow for protections 1 foot from the outside wall to the inside. So depending on the slope of your roof and your soffits, which is the overhang of your roof, you're going to have anywhere between 36 inch and 44 inches of protection for the eave there. Right. Ideally, you're going to want to see a membrane on the roofs, such as a roof deck protection, which is not a peel and stick, but the code doesn't really require it. So on your new construction, they usually forget it or they don't put it because it's a bit more expensive, right? And that, once again, that's a second area of protection that if water gets through your shingles, because you know we have a lot of wind in Alberta. Depending, the more you go, you just said, Stephen, that you guys got a new property in Lethbridge. Well, there's a lot of wind in Lethbridge, I'll tell you that. So windstorms are a big thing in Alberta, and you will regularly get some wind shingles blow off on your roof. One of the main things that you'll see on the new construction that don't have that roof deck protection is you get a blow off, water gets into your attic, finds an area into your attic to get in, and then you have some stains in your ceiling. A bit closer here, if we look on the left side picture, this is the edge of a roof. Ideally, the membrane here that I was talking about here, the roof underlayment or the ice and water shield, would come over your drip edge. In an ideal world, once again, roof drip edges are not required by the building code. They are strongly recommended by the manufacturer. And if you get a good envelope engineer or designer, will recommend putting them on your roof as a spec, right? So the low-end developers will not put them because they'll save a few bucks. What this does here, it diverts your water, and your eave trough will go right underneath the drip edge, and it prevents water from overflowing and getting that edge of the roof rotten in the long run. On the right side here, we're gonna see this is your typical penetration on your roof. You're usually gonna have two penetration. You'll have your plumbing stacks, which is usually your washrooms that come out, and then you're also going to get any of your exhaust vents from the house. So you have your dryers, you'll have your bathroom vents, and those penetrations need to be properly sealed inside and outside. A lot of times, I've been an attic, and I'm sure Kristjan, you can comment on this. And that you've seen is your stack from your dryer is not properly connected to the underside of your deck. What that does then is that it'll get your hot air from your dryer that's going to evacuate into your attic and will create a lot of attic rain. Have you ever experienced that, Kristjan, in any of your inspections?
Yeah, actually, it's quite common. Actually, you and I had a file out at Brooks where that was a major causation issue, and it was on a mobile home specifically, but it ended up leading to the complete replacement of the home just due to the amount of damage and the cost of trying to fix it versus just towing that thing off and putting a new one in. It's quite common on some larger condo properties, and with some of the new construction methods as well, and some of the architectural and design implementations that are coming in now, just the modern design, it's such that this stuff can continue for, a year before it really becomes evident. And then you realize you have a problem, and you're kind of too far down the road to correct it.